Hello and good morning. Welcome to episode 4 of the Rockland job. We are pretty far along in this project, and if you haven't seen the rest of the episodes, I suggest you watch them first. But we have made a whole ton of progress and we're on finishing right now. We've got most of our tile down, our flooring's installed, we've got our first coat of paint, we've got most of our lights installed as well, and now we're working on the finishing touches. One of the big changes that's happened since the last episode is the kitchen. Now we have most of our cabinetry installed at this point. We are missing some pieces, but you can see where the things go, more or less. We've had our countertops templated last week. They'll be installed next week. We are starting to work on all the little finishing touches that tie in this to make it a complete job. So we are going to be finishing up all of the little trim accent pieces on the kitchen. There is a door that looks just like all the cabinetry doors, but it's quite a little bit larger and leads right into the pantry here. And inside the pantry, we've actually finished up all our shelving. It's all patched, sanded, ready to go for a coat of paint. Lights don't work yet, but we're getting pretty close to this anyway. Overall, we're pretty far along on this. Tiles going to be wrapped up this week. We're going to have our trim, casing, all of our exterior siding all done by next week. Realistically, we're about 3 weeks from finished on this job. So I have talked enough about this. Let's get the guys to get some more stuff done and we'll get on to the next thing. Are we filming? Yeah. Another day here at the Rockland job. We're just starting to wrap some things up. It's been an exciting Monday and it's only 9 o'clock. As you can see, the siding over here is just about wrapped up. This is the last little stretch we got to do. Rye's over there putting the battens on, and then we're just going to be filling in the last of this little bit of siding, and that's the entire exterior wrapped up. The exterior lights are going to be here tomorrow and installed later this week, and then we just got to do a bit of caulking as well. Obviously the grading needs a little bit of work. We're waiting for half loads. Now half loads is a restriction that the government puts on, minimize the damage to roads as the frost leaves it. As the frost enters the ground in the middle of winter, it heaves the ground. I'm sure you've seen that. And then in the springtime, obviously as it thaws, it retracts back. That retraction period where everything's very soft, everything's very mushy, everything's very spring, can cause road damage if you drive too many big trucks over it. So we're waiting for that to clear so we can bring some full truckloads of dirt, gravel actually, to make a driveway here and get this all finished up. So we've got this little bit to do and the columns, and then grade everything out. We're pretty much wrapped up on the outside. Now on the inside, we've made a bit of progress since last week. So let's go inside and take a look. Actually, before we go inside, I want to show you something I forgot to mention because there's so much going on here today. We're installing the garage doors as well. So the door companies come in, installing the garage door. We've got automatic opener. And then on the other side as well, we had an existing garage door, but we're going to replace it with a new one to match both existing. And that one's better insulated than the previous door. I want to make sure that if we're going to have a heater inside a garage, we have a well insulated and well sealed door. So that's important as well. Let's go inside. The big change in here is the countertops are installed. They came in this morning, 7 a.m. It's just 9 o'clock now and they're already been and gone. So I'm really excited about that. The quality is excellent. We use Urban Quarry for these ones. We use a few companies in Ottawa, but this is Urban Quarry and I'm quite happy with the finish. You can see they've asked for radius corners, something we're doing more and more these days, but the seams are really tight, really well done. Very happy with the install. And then Timberware's here as well this morning. These are all the cabinet doors that have all come in from the painters. So they're all finished and they're going to be installing those. All the filler panels, this big access door right here is all going to be installed. It's all going to be done by tomorrow. This will be this wrapped up, and then we've got the pendants to put in this week as well. So we're starting to see the finish line here. We do have a backsplash to go in all around now that the counter's installed. We're going to get jumped on that. Tiles wrapping up in the other room. Finally, the closets are being installed. So the walk-in closet is custom made. Tailored Living does it for us, and they're going to be doing that today actually. That's going to wrap up pretty much the bulk of the work. We're going to be installing fixtures, installing finishes the rest of the week and into next week, and then we're going to be turning it over to the client the week after that. So really not a lot left to do here, so let's keep it going. Now, I'm sure everybody has been riveted to every single second of this build series, but just to recap, we've ripped down a home and we've built a new one. It's been a very exciting process and we are at the very end. We have a couple little things left to do, but I really wanted to walk you through, show you the place before our final beautiful montage. So to recap, we've ripped down that house. This new house is a slab on grade, 3-story, 3-bath, and here it is. So we've got hardy siding on the outside, that's all complete. We've got our stone, Rosetta Stone on the bottom. We still have to do a bit of protection on the bottom here, a bit of work on the columns. We've got our downspout east trough, for our eavesdrop, and we've got our lighting to install as well. So a couple lights to put in. That is it on the outside here. We finished our driveway up this week. We've done a beautiful motor court. Just to be clear, this is usually how we leave our finished houses. We prefer our clients let everything settle for a year before paving, because there's going to be a bit of settling around the edge of the house. They've got a nice driveway they can use for the next year. We've given them the opportunity to move in, kind of get settled before we finish up the outside. We've already started coordinating with Yards Unlimited for the landscaping here, which is planned to happen next year. There's also a deck planned at the back, but we'll talk about that in a bit. This is the outside wrapped up. Electricians are here finishing things up, and we're going to be done by next week. Let's take a look inside. JR, kill the music! I do like that song. Finally have an opportunity to show you guys all the finished floors with actually the floor protection removed. In through here, we've got our tile. Now it actually matches in the laundry room as well. I was talking a bit about these transition strips, these little details. So again, just really seamless, our ability. This is a color match caulk. You can't even really tell compared to grout. I'm very happy with that. We've got a little home office here in the front. We still have to put our Cat 6 cable in, put the fire alarm in, but this is pretty much what it's gonna look like. And of course, final paint has to happen through the house. The painters have been very busy coming here next week to finish everything up. Nice little cute office. This was exactly what they requested, somewhere to put the desk and just keep the paperwork, keep the taxes in order. The front hall closet's all complete, nothing particularly special, but we do like to do these dummy handles, and then we get that rocker slide snap. Just a little bit better than everybody else's. Bedroom 1, great little guest room. Aria vents, access panels, these are always great. Little details. Just making sure that we've got the nice architectural finishes. Even though we don't have a super premium finish in this place, we still get really nice details. And then the bathroom, which I'm quite proud of, got our... It's always the last minute things that drive you crazy. This showed up broken, unfortunately, so we've got a replacement on the way. Always one or two details that never seem to quite work out. So we've got shower glass in here for the guest bath. So most of our products are supplied through Preston Hardware, where that's where we buy a lot of our stuff. Their suppliers, we use a whole variety of. It's really kind of mix and match where the client feels that they get the best value from it, and the design look is always very important. So it's not to say that one supplier can supply everything, but like I said, a lot of this stuff is coming from Preston. On the other side here, we've got our second bedroom, which is identical to the other one, just flipped 180 degrees over the axis. Great thing too is lots of natural light. I feel like people don't put up big enough windows in their bedrooms, and so that's really great. In the primary bedroom, we've got our walk-in closets are all complete. They look great. Nope, no lights yet, but Taylor Closets did a great job in here, as usual. You guys have seen them on the channel before. And in the primary bedroom, again, in case you missed it, the client really wanted to be able to step out of their bedroom in the morning and sit out on a patio, and there it is. I mean, we still need to actually build the patio, but as I said, landscape is happening next year. Got a few light fixtures still to install, but we can fit a king-size bed in this room and not much else. Clients are always asking us to make the bedrooms bigger, the primary bedroom. It's a very 80s and 90s and even 2000s thing to make the huge primary bedroom, but what are you going to be doing in here? Like what space do you actually need, or is it just becoming a want thing? So quite happy with how this all worked out, and the clients are thrilled about this as well. Got that, and then in the primary bathroom, everything's now complete except for some light fixtures that JR is working hard on. Got our sills all installed to match the counter. Beautiful shower bench, that came out very nice. And then our tile drain as well. This is all Schluter products. So you've seen it before on the channel. I don't need to recap everything, but Schluter does a great job for us, and we're quite happy with how things look. So, and if you just want to come in real close here, you can see these little miter details all the way around on these antique tile, which we're quite proud of. Greg did a great job. So let's go take a look at the laundry room as well. So here in the laundry room, like as I said, the tiles meant to match the front way, so we get that continuity through the house. And we still got to hook up the washer and dryer and run the first cycle to make sure everything's okay. But I think we're in good shape here. Huge laundry sink. What more is there to say? It's a great sink. We're very happy with it, and the clients really want to be able to soak clothes, things like that, wash oily parts from the garage. So that's done. And then we've got a little powder room back here. We haven't really talked a ton about it because there's not really much to say. But we've got toilet, and then there's a nice sink right here. The mirror's all set up. So this is all done, ready to go for final paint. In the utility room, if you can call it a utility room, more like a utility closet, we've got things more or less wrapped up. We still have to put the light in the ceiling and hook up the recirculating pump for the hot water tank. But one important feature we have here is actually our maintenance schedule. So we've got all of our maintenance documentation here, created a handy little chart to be able to show the clients what they have to do in which season. So that's just another little level that we can provide at Urbacity to make the client's experience a little bit better, and so that's what we've done. I'm sure you want to see the kitchen, so let's go check that out. Man. Dining room, we just got to hang the chandelier, that's all done. Living room, couple floor boxes. These got caught on back order, but these should be in next week. There's 2 floor plugs here and here. And so the clients can have end tables on top of those. We've already figured out which couch is gonna go here and the end tables on either side. So these are gonna be lamps on either side of them that they're gonna have. We've got our TV hung, we've got our cable hooked up, we can already watch on there. And this is a Napoleon fireplace. It's just electric, but it does throw off a good amount of heat, and the ambiance of the place is really great. So that's taken care of as well. Now the big thing is the kitchen. This is what 99.9% complete looks like. Quite happy with how everything is. All the appliances have been in. We've run everything. There's ice in the ice maker already. You can tell we're almost done. We have a few light fixtures to hook up here, but what can I say? This place looks awesome. Quality, the finish is excellent. I'm very happy with how everything's gone. Backsplash was installed this past week. Bit of confusion about which pattern we were going for. This is all one kit, like they come in a box, but how you distribute the different colors, patterns, it's a little trickier than we expected, so we're quite happy with that. And then check this out. Got a secret hidden pantry in here. I think it looks great. Freezer's already running, so we've got the deep freeze hooked up, and we've got lots of shelving. They're planning to put appliances all through here, and then a wine fridge under here. It's ready to go for them. We just need a coat of paint, so very happy about that. That's gonna wrap things up here. We need another week to button everything up, but at this point, I'd like to sign off and say thank you very much for watching. We're gonna cut to a montage of the finished product right now and show you guys this beautiful home. We'll see you next time.